Isiah in '87, you made the comments about Bird. You did it a little tongue-in-cheek. It was taken out of context. It was a big controversy. And Larry Bird sat next to you at
Time out.
Yep.
So Dennis Rodman made the comment, right? So
Yeah,
it was
right.
Rodman and I.
Yep.
So it's not. So get it straight.
By the way, I remember them.
And then tell how it really happened. Okay.
Right, and I remember. By the way, it was. I've seen it recently. I've refreshed my memory recently and heard it. And you were agreeing with Rodman about something, but you were doing it kind of tongue in cheek about Bird. But Larry Bird sat with you at a podium, side to side, and said, "Hey, Isiah said this. That's good enough for me. We're good." So that's how Bird handled a little controversy with you. The fact that Jordan is unable to do that with you, to basically sit there with you and saying, look, he explained that, bygones be bygones, or that's good enough for me. What do you think that says about MJ?
I don't know what it says about him. I don't want to get into that because I do know we have moments. We all have lapses in moments in terms of some we would have said on camera or didn't say on camera, right? So I'm not gonna say, oh, Michael, I don't like Michael, because I do. I have great respect for Michael Jordan, and I have great admiration for what he's done in the game of basketball and also done in the game of life in terms of being a fantastic businessman, being the owner of a team. I mean, he's been great for all of us. I mean, Max, Stephen A., we on this show because of, Jordan was so good at what he was doing, right? So we can have these jobs to debate and talk about it and everything. So, the game and everyone owes him a great deal of respect and admiration. But, in terms of, myself and Larry, the way we always looked at those times, and Larry said it at his press conference. He was like, hey, look, we say things in the heat of the moment, we get emotional, and then we move on. And just at the All-Star game in Chicago, it's myself, Larry Bird, Quinn Buckner, Larry's daughter, and who else was there? We were all at an event together, and we standing there and we talking, we taking pictures, and it's no big deal because what happened on the court was on the court. This seems to have gone off the court, which is unfortunate.
Well, I think it's important to recognize the fact that it's a documentary and you're telling about the history. I brought up this morning how Jalen Rose, I thought, was unfairly criticized when he said what he said about Grant Hill, because he was talking about what he and his team at the Fab Five felt as 19-year-olds at the University of Michigan, not a 40-plus-year-old man 25 years later or so. And I think that same is applicable here. I've personally spoken to Michael Jordan over the last few months. He not only sat up there and said he has no issue with Isiah Thomas, he has profound respect for you, but he also called Isiah Thomas the second greatest point guard in the history of basketball behind Magic Johnson. MJ told me that personally. So this ain't about now. This is about what he felt back then. And I also like to point out that when Bird walked off the court as a Boston Celtic against y'all, not only did no one criticize Bird for it, barely anyone asked Bird about walking off the court when they had lost to you guys